Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So today we will teach you how to play basketball. So this video called Basketball Tutorial! Before anything else, before we start our tutorial, let us go back first to the history of basketball!
The history of basketball began with its invention in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts by Canadian physical education instructor James Naismith as a less injury-prone sport than football. Naismith was a 13-year-old graduate student when he created the indoor sports to keep athletes indoors during the winters. He published 13 rules for the new game. He divided his class of 18 into 2 teams of 9 players each and set about to teach them the basic of his new game. The objective of the game was to throw the basketball into the fruit basket and nailed to the lower railing of the gym balcony. Every time a point was scored, the game was halted so the janitor could bring out a ladder and retrieve the ball. After a while, the bottoms of the fruit baskets were removed. The first public basketball game was played in Springfield, Massachusetts on March 11, 1892.
So Lloyd, what is basketball?
Basketball is a team sport. It is a very popular sport worldwide.
Right.
The game is played between men's team or between women's team.
So basketball usually consisting of 5 players in each team.
The objective of this game is to get the ball through a hoop mounted high on a backboard on the opponent's side of the court, while preventing the opponent from shooting it into your team's hoop.
Hey! These are the basketball equipment and facilities.
Basketball court dimensions. The size of the court depends on the playing level. The size of the court for NBA and college games is 94 feet long and 50 feet wide. It is smaller for high school and junior high. The backboard and rim. The regulation height above the ground for the rim or hoop is 10 feet, and the rim is 18 inches in diameter. Backboards are 6 feet wide or 72 inches by 42 inches tall, with the inner square being 24 inches wide by 18 inches tall. The foul line. For all size courts, the foul line is 15 feet in front of the backboard. The key. The key is 12 feet wide, and it is the same for all basketball courts. The backboard extends 4 feet out over the baseline into the key. A half circle of diameter 6 foot extends from the foul line away from the basket to complete the key. The 3-point line or arc. For NBA basketball courts, the 3-point arc is 22 feet to the center of the rim on the sides with a straight line extending out 16 feet 9 inches from the baseline. Past those points, the line extends out 23 feet 9 inches from the center of the rim. Line markings. All line markings on the floor are 2 inches wide and can vary in color.
These are the 5 basic skills of basketball.
Rules for the offense. Number 1. The player must bounce or dribble the ball with one hand while moving both feet. If at any time, Number 2, both hands the basketball player can only take one turn at the player must only move. In other words, once a player has stationary, they cannot start another dribble. A player who starts dribbling again is called for a double dribbling violation and loses the basketball to the other team. A player can only start another dribble after another player from either team touches or gains control of the basketball. This is usually after a shot or pass. Number 3. The ball must stay in bounds. If the offensive team loses the ball out of bounds, the other team gets control of the basketball. Number 4. The player's hand must be on top of the ball while dribbling. If they touch the bottom of the basketball while dribbling and continue to dribble, this is called carrying the ball, and the player will lose the ball to the other team. Number 5. Once the offensive team crosses half court, they may not go back into the backcourt. This is called a backcourt violation. If the defensive team knocks the ball into the backcourt, then the offensive team can recover the ball legally. Defensive rules. The main rule for the defensive player is not to foul. A foul is described as gaining an unfair advantage through physical contact. There is some interpretation that has to be made by the referee, but in general, the defensive player may not touch the offensive player in a way that causes the offensive player to lose the ball or miss a shot. Rules for everyone. First, although the foul rule is described above as a defensive rule, it applies exactly the same to all players on the court, including offensive players. Number 2. Basketball players cannot kick the ball or hit it with their fist. Number 3. No player can touch the basketball while it is traveling downward towards the basket or if it is on the rim. This is called goaltending, or touching the ball on the rim is legal in some games. Personal fouls. Personal fouls include any type of illegal physical contact. Playing regulations. At the start of every game, the referee throws the basketball up in the air, and one player from each team tries to hit it to their teammates. That is called a jump ball. Carrying or palming. When a player dribbles the ball with his hand too far to the side of or sometimes even under the ball. Walking or traveling. Taking more than a step and a half without dribbling the ball is traveling. Moving your pivot foot once you've stopped dribbling is traveling. Backcourt violation. Once the offense has brought the ball across the mid-court line, they cannot go back across the line during possession. Time restrictions. A player passing the ball inbounds has 5 seconds to pass the ball. If he does not, then the ball is awarded to the other team. Double dribble. Dribbling the ball with both hands on the ball at the same time or picking up the dribble and then dribbling again is a double dribble.
These are the 5 basic skills of basketball.
First, dribbling. Top point guards dribble and control the ball as if it were on a string. Good technique is critical for a ball handler. You should dribble with your fingertips rather than your palm. Dribble with your head up so you can see the opposition of your teammates. Second, passing. Great passers can see the whole court and anticipate where a teammate will go and what a defender will do. Mastering the basics is the place to start. Develop a two-hand chest pass, bounce pass, and overhead pass so you can deliver the ball to your teammates in the best position for them to shoot or beat their defender. Third, shooting. It's difficult to score if you can't shoot the ball effectively. As better basketball coaching explains, shooting is something of an art form, and some players, such as Kevin Durant and Ray Allen, have a knack for it. But everyone can improve their shooting through proper technique and lots of practice. Fourth, rebounding. Although it helps to be tall and have jumping ability, rebounding is a matter of desire as well as ability. It is the ability to determine where an errant shot was likely to fall, the willingness to crush the boards relentlessly, and the strength to block out taller opponents. Fifth, defense. Even the best scorers go into shooting slumps, but you can always play good defense if you hustle and understand both individual and team defense. When you are defending a player, keep your head lower than his. Stay close enough to the offensive player to bother him.